Unlocking the US-China standoff over Taiwan. The Taiwan-USA-China conflict is a complex geopolitical issue that has been brewing for decades, stemming from the historical, political, and ideological differences between these three nations. The tension revolves around Taiwan's sovereignty, its strategic importance, and the influence of the United States in the region. Each nation has its own interests and stakes in the outcome of this conflict, leading to a delicate balance of power in the Taiwan Strait. Delving into the historical context, the relationship of Taiwan with China and the USA has been marked by periods of tension and reconciliation. The root of this conflict can be traced back to the Chinese Civil War when the defeated nationalists retreated to Taiwan. Since then, Taiwan has developed its own democratic system, separating itself from China's communist rule. The USA, a global advocate for democracy, has been an ally to Taiwan, increasing the tension with China. The United States plays a significant role in the Taiwan Strait, serving as a deterrent to China's attempts at reunification through force. While the USA does not officially recognize Taiwan as an independent nation, it has maintained a policy of strategic ambiguity, providing defensive weapons to Taiwan and pledging to help the island defend itself. This has been a contentious issue with China, which views the US support as a violation of its sovereignty. The One China policy, a diplomatic acknowledgement that there is only one China that includes Taiwan, further complicates the issue. Most countries, including the United States, officially adhere to this policy while simultaneously maintaining unofficial relations with Taiwan. This puts Taiwan in a precarious position, acknowledged by many countries as part of China, yet striving to assert its identity on the world stage. Taiwan's strategic importance to both the US and China cannot be overstated. Situated in a vital location in the Western Pacific, Taiwan is a significant point in the first island chain that acts as a natural barrier against any potential Chinese naval advancement. Its prosperous economy and technological prowess make it a valuable asset for both nations, adding another layer to this multifaceted conflict. In the Taiwan Strait conflict, the stark contrast between political ideologies cannot be overlooked. Taiwan's democratic governance sharply opposes mainland China's communism model. This ideological divide fuels tensions, as each side seeks to promote their governing style as the superior one, leading to escalation. The One China policy, a diplomatic acknowledgement that Taiwan and mainland China are part of One China, is a significant factor in the conflict. The United States, while maintaining unofficial relations with Taiwan, officially recognizes Beijing as the legitimate government of China, further complicating the situation. Economic factors also play a role in the dispute. Trade relations between the three entities have significant strategic implications. The US and China are the world's largest economies and major trade partners. Meanwhile, Taiwan's strong economy makes it a vital player in global supply chains, especially in technology sectors. The military aspect of the conflict is ever present. Chinese military aggression in the Taiwan Strait is a frequent source of tension. Meanwhile, US arms sales to Taiwan, intended to bolster its self-defense capabilities, are viewed by China as interference in its internal affairs. Human rights issues also influence the conflict. Taiwan's commitment to human rights and democratic values contrast sharply with China's record of repression and censorship. This difference often leads to international criticism of China and support for Taiwan, further straining relations. Public opinion plays a critical role in shaping the Taiwan-USA-China conflict. In the US, there's a growing sentiment to support Taiwan's democracy and sovereignty, spurred by China's assertive actions in Asia. Contrarily, in China, nationalism fuels the desire for reunification with Taiwan, often dismissing the island's autonomy. Meanwhile, Taiwan grapples with its identity, with some advocating for independence and others for a more harmonious relationship with China. Media influence is paramount in determining perceptions of the conflict. US media often portrays Taiwan as an underdog fighting for democracy against a repressive China, while Chinese media paints Taiwan as a rebellious province that needs to be brought back into the fold. In Taiwan, media narratives are split between pro-independence and pro-unification outlets, mirroring the divided public opinion. The Taiwan-USA-China conflict has significant implications for regional security in East Asia. As tensions escalate, the risk of military confrontation increases, potentially destabilizing the region. An unstable Taiwan Strait could disrupt the regional balance of power and increase the likelihood of conflicts among the major powers, impacting countries like Japan and South Korea. The potential outcomes of an escalated conflict are vast, with both economic and security implications. A military confrontation could lead to a global economic downturn due to disrupted trade routes and market instability. Furthermore, security issues extend beyond the immediate actors, affecting global peace and security. Efforts towards diplomacy and peaceful resolution have been ongoing, albeit with limited success. The U.S. continues to advocate for peaceful dialogue between China and Taiwan, while also maintaining its commitment to Taiwan's defense. China, however, insists on its One China principle, complicating diplomatic efforts. Despite the challenges, the pursuit of a peaceful resolution remains vital to prevent a full-blown crisis. The role of third-party countries in the Taiwan conflict cannot be underestimated. Countries such as Japan, Australia, and India have vested interests in the region and can significantly influence the outcome of the dispute. Their perspectives and actions, whether supportive or antagonistic, can shift the power balance and impact both regional and global stability. Future scenarios for the Taiwan Strait issue range from peaceful resolution to escalated conflict. While all parties involved would prefer a peaceful settlement, the diverging interests and deep-seated historical grievances make this complex. A worst-case scenario would involve military confrontation, which could have devastating consequences, not only for the parties directly involved, but also for global peace and security. The pros and cons of U.S. involvement in the Taiwan Strait are a subject of intense debate. On the one hand, the U.S.'s involvement is crucial for maintaining the status quo and protecting Taiwan's autonomy. On the other hand, it risks escalating tensions with China and potentially sparking an unwanted conflict. To better understand the Taiwan issue, it is informative to draw lessons from past international conflicts. The Cuban Missile Crisis, for instance, serves as a reminder of the potential for escalation and the need for diplomatic communication. The peaceful resolution of the Berlin Wall crisis, on the other hand, provides a model for resolving conflicts without military confrontation. In conclusion, the struggle for stability in the Taiwan Strait is an ongoing issue that holds significant implications for global peace and security. The interests of the US, China, Taiwan, and other involved parties are intricately intertwined, making this a complex and delicate geopolitical issue. It is critical that diplomatic efforts continue to be pursued to maintain stability and prevent conflict.